It's a nation's prescription, how one young woman's legacy continues to impact Canada's escalating pharmaceutical drug reaction crisis as the country's drug regulator becomes increasingly captured by its Big Pharma funders. Since the tragic death of Vanessa Young, Canada's approach to drug safety has been reshaped by Vanessa's Law. It was named after the 15-year-old who lost her life due to an ordinary prescription gone deadly. In December of 2019, hospitals began mandatory reporting of serious adverse drug reactions under this law. This led to a significant increase in reported incidences, as reported by Blacklocks. According to the January 2024 evaluation of the pharmaceutical drugs program, since Vanessa's Law came into effect, hospitals across the country reported 16,520 serious ADRs, that's adverse drug reactions, to Health Canada, of which 678 were fatal. It furthers that serious adverse drug reaction reporting from hospitals was minimal until 2019 and increased from 1.3% to 9% in 2020 before decreasing back down to 6.5% in 2022. Since December 2019, reports about pediatric cases range from 3% to 21% of all reports submitted by provinces, according to internal program data. One of the key takeaways from the report is that expectations toward the program are expected to increase in a post-COVID landscape. Expectations toward the program have increased because of its work to expedite the authorization of COVID-19 vaccines and treatments in Canada, which has added pressure on this program to deliver its core work in a similar timeframe. In addition to implementing the identified regulatory changes, it says. The evaluation details that since the mid-1990s, the number of adverse drug reactions reported annually has increased from approximately 4,000 to more than 80,000, and from 1,500 to more than 60,000 for serious adverse drug reactions. Vanessa's Law, also known as the Protecting Canadians from Unsafe Drugs Act, made mandatory the reporting of both serious adverse drug reactions and medical device incidences. A serious adverse drug reaction is defined an intended response to a drug that occurs at any dose and that requires inpatient hospitalization or prolongation of existing hospitalization, causes congenital malformation, results in persistent or significant disability or incapacity, is life-threatening, or results in death. A medical device incident, MDI, is defined as an incident related to a failure of a medical device or a deterioration in its effectiveness or any inadequacy in its labeling or in its directions for use that has led to the death or a serious deterioration in the state of health of a patient, user, or other person, or could do so were it to recur. The products included in this regulation are pharmaceuticals, prescription and non-prescription drugs, biologic drugs, biotechnology products, fractioned blood products, plasma proteins, and vaccines. Interestingly, though, it excludes vaccines administered under the routine program of a province or territory. It includes radiopharmaceutical drugs, disinfectants, medical devices, drugs for urgent public health need. Now, this law came about after 15-year-old Vanessa Young died in 2000 of a heart attack after taking the pharmaceutical drug Cisapride under the brand name Proplucid by Johnson & Johnson as prescribed for gastric reflux. The schoolgirl died of heart failure after being prescribed this drug for a digestive disorder. The drug was pulled from the Canadian market 5 months after her death. Her father, then MP, Terrence Young, initiated a campaign for increased regulation of therapeutic products, subsequently leading to greater powers for Health Canada to request safety data from hospitals and industry about drugs and medical devices. Vanessa's Law was enacted in 2014, and the mandatory reporting requirements came into effect September 16, 2019. This law exposed gaps in Canada's drug safety regulations, yet challenges continue to persist today. The pharmaceutical industry holds great power and influence over the political class and is responsible for the regulatory capture of Health Canada as its primary funder, remaining a powerful force untouched by legal consequences despite thousands of deaths linked to their products. Today, Canada ranks among the world's largest drug markets, with sales increasing from 2011 to 2019 by over 35%, reaching nearly $30 billion. The demand for rigorous oversight grows louder amid the backdrop of rising concerns over patient safety, especially in light of the rushed to market novel mRNA injections and other supposed therapeutics seen throughout the COVID era. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. Issues like this are exactly why we've launched a campaign at nomoreshots.ca. At that website, you can sign our petition. You can send a form email to Health Minister Mark Holland calling on him to revoke market authorization for the novel mRNA injections. And you can also continue to support our work if you're able to. All of that at nomoreshots.ca.